Well, hello folks, it's Mike here. I just want to welcome you back to Mr. Cast Iron, and today we've got another great question from one of our viewers. And the question is, do I need to clean cast iron? She says, my husband swears I don't have to wash out my skillet after cooking with it. My grandmother just wiped it out with a towel and left it on the stove. Do you recommend this as okay to do when there is no baked on food bits left in the skillet? Thanks, and I love your videos. Well, I certainly appreciate that. Appreciate you watching our videos, and I appreciate you asking the question. I certainly don't want to get into a marital spat here in between a husband and wife, but you know, that's a great question. Do I have to wash out my skillet after cooking with it? And folks, leave me a comment down below whether you suggest that we wash a cast iron skillet after cooking in it or not. Do you just wipe it out, as she suggested here? Her grandmother just wiped it out with a towel when there was no baked on bits left in the stove or in the skillet. And you know, I answered back and I said, you know, I reckon you could do that. I've actually done it. When there's nothing really bad left in there, I've just taken a paper towel or something and wiped out whatever's in there. But you know, is it okay to not clean cast iron? That's the question. And so, you know, it's really something that you have to address, because you know, sometimes it's just really not dirty. But I'm like this. I really think that you need to take it to the sink and at least rinse it out with some good hot water. You don't have to use soap or anything like that necessarily every time. I'm not against using like Dawn dishwashing liquid. You know, you've heard me say that many times on this channel. But I don't think you have to do it every single time. You can just take and rinse it out with some good hot water and a stiff bristle brush, and wipe it out and dry it, and then put it back on the stove, heat it up, you know, dry out any excess moisture. And then I always suggest adding just a little bit of a maintenance oil on top of that. Put you about, you know, a tablespoon or so in your cast iron skillet. Take a paper towel or a rag and wipe that all over your cast iron skillet, and before putting it away. But you know, it's a great question. Are you supposed to clean cast iron after use? You know, I want you to leave me a comment. I want to hear what your suggestions are. How do you do it? What do you recommend? And do you use soap or not? And so we certainly appreciate that. I don't know who this is. It just says user. There's a bunch of numbers here, so I'm not sure, but I really appreciate the question. Thank you for asking it, folks. Leave us a comment. Leave us a question if you have one. If this has been helpful for you, be sure and share this out to someone that you think that would benefit from it. And leave us a thumbs up. We certainly appreciate that. You guys have a great day now. It's Mike over here at Mr. Cast Iron. We'll be talking to you again soon. Bye-bye.